Fáilte Overcóide, you welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. This week we're coming to you from Brafey House Resort in Castlebar for part one of a two-part programme, the highlights of the Mayo People of the Year Awards, sponsored by the Connacht Telegraph newspaper, Rehab Care and Mayo County Council.
Fantastic to be here for the Rehab People of the Year Awards in their 27th year. A lot of heroes and young people out there tonight and older people out there tonight who are well deserving of their awards, and it's great as a county we come together and celebrate them. A lot of negativity, a lot of people out there suffering with depression, a lot of mental health issues. It's great to have a good night, Henry, and tonight is one of them.
I see you have a Westport award here tonight as well.
We do, yeah. We've a couple of awards based around West Mayo
and Mulranny, yeah.
and Mulranny, right across West Mayo, so it's fantastic. But they're equally spread around, and just to walk in the door tonight and see the enthusiasm in people's faces, particularly the younger people, as I said once again, it's fantastic to be involved.
Great. Neil, you've been involved very much now to the forefront of these awards for many years now. I won't say how many, but many years.
I'll say it, Henry. I've been involved actually for 16 years. Enjoyed every one of them. I do think it's a special night. It has spread itself around the county. It's been held in Ballina, it's been held in Westport, Castlebar, and indeed out here now in Brafey. But look, as our Cathaoirleach Brendan has said, it does celebrate local people in their local communities who otherwise may not have had the chance to be celebrated. And look, it is a great fundraising night for what is a brilliant local charity, and that a charity, Rehab, that provides a great service in our local community. Mayo County Council is proud to be associated with it. It has been associated each one of those last 16 years, and I've met some brilliant people over those 16 years. And look, long may it continue, and we're just delighted to be here tonight.
You've got this award for autism. You're parents of children with autism.
Yes, that's right, yes. I have a little girl with autism. Her name is Clea, and Colette has a son, Tom, who's autistic as well.
And you came up with a brilliant idea, haven't you? A summer school for children with autism.
Pretty much. We really needed to do something because there's nothing out there for our kids. And, you know, with us having our own kids with autism and seeing and meeting so many families with kids with autism, we knew and we seen the need that was out there for something like this.
I suppose this summer we had 2 weeks where children were engaged in a lot of different activities, not just sporting, but we had sensory activities, we had go-karting, we had visits from the fire brigade, from the Garda Síochána came out, and also the Order Malta. So it was a great way to introduce the children to all the different, services that are out there, and just to put them at ease, But yeah, we had fantastic volunteers, so it allowed us to have maybe over 20 stations where the children were engaged in different activities at each station.
Can I ask you, what does this award mean for you tonight?
Well, it means so much to us, but also for all the volunteers and people that helped us out, and for our children and all the children that are like them. And it creates more awareness and acceptance for autism.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And I think, the whole community got behind us in this. We had Mayo Sports Partnership, Early Intervention, Western Care. We had the people of Manola FC. We had fantastic support, and I think this award is for everybody tonight, not just us, but for everybody, to say thank you, and to recognise the great volunteerism that there is out there, And so,
well, enjoy the night. Well deserved.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Irish language is alive and well in North Mayo.
It is, thankfully. Of course, it's a minority language, and we have a small community in Carrawike and the surrounding townlands. But it still survives as a community language, and we're absolutely delighted to receive this award this evening, Gradam na Gaeilge. And we're very thankful to Martin O'Mackey for nominating us for the award. It's a real honour for us to receive the award.
Now, you've been involved in a number of projects, haven't you, in North Mayo to keep the language and the culture alive?
Yeah, well, my own particular work with the Cór show is documenting and collecting Irish place names. And I have collected about 1,500 Irish place names and mapped them in 11 townlands. And I have made a map of actually the parish of Kilcommon, and I have put 1,400 Irish place names on that particular map. And I have made an Irish walking booklet for those who come to walk the cliffs from Portacloy to Thorndown in Kilgalligan. I've put all that together, and for the tourism in the area as well.
Tourism is very important, and visitors coming to your area and that, when they hear the Irish language, what's kind of the reaction?
Well, it's nice to hear it as a living language, and we have a very particular dialect in North Mayo. There are a number of dialects throughout the county, but a lot of people, they like to hear the North Mayo dialect. Now, we work with Cór show. It's a community development cooperative. It's based in the Shanskell in Carrawhig. And we also work with the two Nínra. They're Irish preschools, Nínra Duncayagon and Nínra Clanamuya. And they're promoting the Irish at the level of preschool. So we're starting really at the very foundation and building from there. And then, of course, the local national school, Scoil Náisiúnta de Carrawhig, is an Irish language school. And our secondary school, Gael Cloisteach Cumann, is also an Irish language school. And we also work with them, Gaeilge Irish. They're the organisation that have dedicated to the promotion of the Irish language in the North Mayo Gaeltacht. So no one stands alone, it's a community effort.
Absolutely fantastic the work you're doing with the Irish language and the Irish culture. Agus go míle maith for talking to us here, and have a wonderful night.
Míle maith.
I joined the unit in 2012, and I suppose it was by accident, insofar as my circumstances changed at home. My children were moving away, and I decided to look to see if I could give something back to the community. And I saw the ad for Childline in the local paper, and I went along. I thought I knew everything about Childline, but then we get such a fantastic training, to listen to children, actively listen to children, and to empower children and to enable children to come to their own solutions. So we're very much an active listening service. So 8 years later I'm still here. So,
probably be for another while.
well, hopefully, if they hold on to me, yes. Yeah.
Now, you're the supervisor at the SPCA unit here in Castlebar, and of course, great demands on the service.
Absolutely. We receive a huge amount of calls each day, different profiles, different children and young people wanting to chat about a variety of different things. And that's why we are primarily volunteer-led. So we are always recruiting for volunteers and suppose people that are just dedicated to the service. And as Mary said there, to be that listening ear, just to support and be there for a young person when they do need somebody to chat to.
How are you feeling tonight now, Mary?
Absolutely not. Completely outside my comfort zone. Completely outside my comfort zone.
You have a lot of friends and people.
I've got friends and family. My mother travelled down from Galway. She's 90, and I have my son and daughter here. I have friends from work, and I have my Childline family here. So yeah, now that this is over, I'm going to sit back and relax. But I think it's important to say what got the essence of Childline. And I heard a quote a number of years ago: "To be kind is more important than to be right."
Very nice.
What every child needs is a listening ear with a kind heart, and I think that's important. Listening is a huge, a huge skill in our service.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we really want to promote that with children in Ireland.
Well, listen, congratulations, and keep up the great work you're doing, and also you within the ISPC.
Thanks very much.
Now, tell me your story.
Well, my story is I found out when I was 9 that I had autism, so I decided to make a coding project about autism to teach people without autism, kind of about autism, so I can make the world a bit more autism friendly.
And how are you feeling about tonight now, getting this award?
Apprehensive, but mostly excited. Very mostly excited.
And who's here with you tonight?
Well, my mum, my dad, my nana and granddad, my gran, and my brother.
So a big night for the family.
Big night.
And your project now, a lot of schools have taken it on, haven't they?
Yeah, a lot of schools in my local area have seen it. A lot.
And what's your next project now?
Well, my next project, I'm kind of just going to transfer my autism project into an app. So you're able to get it on mobile, so it's more, so you can get it better, so more people can learn about autism.
What do you like to do when you're free time?
Well, on my free time, I sometimes like to build Lego, code my Lego robot, and then sometimes I like to work on my project.
So, and you're getting a lot of interest abroad for your project as well?
Yes, a lot.
So does that mean more trips abroad?
A lot more than we bought.
And you're looking forward to that?
Yes, a lot. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, listen, have a great night tonight, won't you?
Thank you.
Idel, another big night here at the annual Rehab Awards.
Yes, hi Henry, our 27th year, and again the numbers are huge and the recipients are wonderful. We have 16 wonderful recipients here tonight, some groups and young people, and it's a wonderful, as you can see, it's a wonderful turnout. It's a wonderful night, and I can't believe a year has gone and we are here again.
The process on how these nominations and how it works.
How it happens, Henry, is we start launching now in July because of the demand and the crowds have become so big in the last few years that we launch in July, and that gives people a chance to nominate people, and we have found that that really works, that having the earlier launch gives people more, because in the last few years we have had hundreds and hundreds of nominations coming in. It's the public who nominate the people, and I always say for me, tonight we're honouring 16 great people, the good and the best in our community. But for me, I sincerely thank the people who took the time to nominate them, because if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be here tonight. And as you know, this is a fundraiser. All funds raised from this event tonight goes into our services in rehab, in Mayo, in Castlebar, in the centre and in the county, to the people that we support.
And I think it's important as well to honour people within the community, isn't it? This is a wonderful, the Rehab came up with this all those years ago, so that people can be honoured for the great work they do in their community.
Absolutely, because these people are all volunteers usually that get these awards, or they have turned a business around or have done something wonderful, either the diaspora or whatever. They have done something wonderful and you don't get to hear it. But the one thing, Henry, I have found since my involvement in these awards is it gives us in Rehab a great platform for people to get to know us and us to get to know them, and they come and see what we do. You know, I've had many people come in to get tickets for this event into the centre, and they say, my God, we never knew what was under this roof, and we're shocked when we give them the tour. So, you know, it's all about community. We are serving our families of our community when we support the people that we support, and like tonight, it's just helping to keep those services going.
We're delighted to be here to accept this wonderful award. We were delighted that we received the silver status in the Entente Florale, and as a result of all the hard work that we did for the last, well, this year but other years as well, this as well has come as icing on the cake for us. So thank you.
The village has transformed over the last couple of years.
Certainly, very much so. Beautiful place to live in. We are very proud of it.
And what's some of the kind of the work that's gone on there recently?
Well, every year, Henry, we upgrade. But this year we took on a massive effort, and everybody in the village came in behind us and rode in behind us, and we had flowers where there was never flowers before, and it looked absolutely amazing, and we're very grateful to the community how they have backed us in all our endeavours over the years.
And tourism plays a very important part for the village of Mulranny, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed, it does. We have a very active tourism committee and group within the community, and they're fully supportive of all the work that Tidy Towns on Tom Floral. And of course, we have Mulranny Community Futures, which oversees all of the groups within the community and provides a steering hand for the groups. So we're very fortunate.
What's your role in all of this?
Well, I'm the granny of them all now. Anyway.
You keep them all on their toes.
Don't worry, I put in my effort over the years, not praising myself or anything, but it was wonderful to work with the people. We had great committee and great people were working together. And that's what it's all about, people working together.
What are you going to do with all these awards now, European awards? Where do you put them all?
We have a beautiful new cupboard and everything is displayed. A cabinet, yeah, and it's lovely. Yeah, we have it, and that's in the community centre, which is the hub of the village, and lots of people come and go there. So that's where we have all these awards now. I'm delighted with them. And our silver plaque that we received as well, that's actually put up on the wall beside the Centenary Garden.
The award tonight is going to join those other awards.
Absolutely, and we'd be delighted to receive it.
My background is change management. I worked in Dublin Bus for quite a long time as Director of Human Resources, and I retired early. And of course, when I went out to Belmullet, it was getting into a bit of trouble because the recession had just hit. There was no grant aid available that had been available for previous years for building the golf course. And suddenly we found ourselves having to live on our own 2 feet. And it was beginning to sink, I have to say. And we had to make some serious decisions. So we restructured everything within the company, from human resources right through to finance, to putting in procurement policies and making sure we were getting value for money. We restructured our finances, and we got into obviously digital marketing, which was the big thing at the time. And we were in a deep sea, swimming hard to get out of it. I'm glad to say now that we've hit shallow waters, and I think we'll always be swimming. We'll never get onto the beach because I think the day we get onto the beach, the day we get complacent. But we're in a good place compared to where we were in 2012.
I love the concept you have. I don't know if you've started yet, but I know it's coming up. The Wild Atlantic Dunes.
Yeah. Listen, there was 4 or 5 business people, the Mangans, the Caffergys, the McGarrys and the Murrays, or the Murphys, in Belmullet, who were business people back in 1985, and the foresight they had to build that course was just unbelievable, that they could see it and for the benefit of the town of Belmullet, because the community owned the golf course, and anything we do is on behalf of the community, and of course it's a spin-off economically wise. We bring in 7,000 golfers this year. We were down to 4 in 2012. That generates about 8 million for the Mayo economy, 4,500 bed nights in Belmullet, and 9,000 bed nights for the Mayo economy. So that's huge, and we're growing. We're a big baby waking up, and we're going to get there. In my old days in CIE, they said CIE taking you places. Well, I think Cairn is now going places.
Finally, you've brought a big contingent which are here tonight for the award show.
Well, listen, the whole thing about Eris Tourism is the staff out there. We have a wonderful staff, as I said. They just go over and above the call of duty, and we have them all here tonight with us. I have a lot of my old colleagues from Dublin Bus. I have my own 3 girls and their husbands, and my 2 sisters. And listen, there's nowhere better than Mayo. As my daughter said, they lost a dad to Mayo, but they found a new home.
So it was taken on by the transition class of Closh Club Lochla under the supervision of John Sweeney, who started it all. And we went in and we cleaned up the Protestant graveyard. It was in wrecks when it started, and now it's such a lovely graveyard, and we're really proud of it all.
John, you were the instigator of this project.
Yes, I was very fortunate about 10 years ago. Well, sadly, because I saw a lady trying to get into the graveyard, and it was very sad that she couldn't get access to her history and her ancestors. And an inspiration brought T-Wise into this project, and we have restored a beautiful old graveyard that's 170 years of age. And the history and the stories we have found in this project are amazing. And as a result of it, we have found out a lot more history about Achill, and it's all part of the TY project that they have brought stories back to their grandparents, and their grandparents have relayed stories back to us. And as a result of it, there's a whole new history of Achill unfolding right before our eyes, and it's because of these TY students.
You were there at the beginning of the project, but you've since had moved on.
Yeah, I'm not in transition year anymore now, thank God. No, we were the first class that John ever had for horticulture, and he had a group of 16 lads that are fairly boisterous, high energy, not very academic. So what's the best thing to do? Give us a load of bow saws and axes and throw us into a graveyard to go down cutting trees. And that was basically the start of it then, and it's obviously taken off since then, and it's a project that John has carried on for the last 10 years. So mainly, if it wasn't for John, we wouldn't be here.
What have you learned from the experience?
Well, we've learned that, first of all, never give up. Because at first we were like, oh, are we ever going to get this started? Are we ever going to finish it? But looking at it now, it is an immense result that we've received, really. And all I can say is I'm really proud of Killian, Leisha, and especially John Sweeney starting it all, and I can tell he's gonna finish it all as well.
My dad has passed a year now, and to think that a year after he's passed, he's still making us very proud, and to be still making accolades, it's really a tremendous occasion. We're very, very delighted.
When you got word of it, what was your feeling?
Just sheer pride. I was absolutely delighted that he's recognised, and very thankful to the people who did so, who voted for him as well. And it's nice that he's recognised. He did so much when he was alive for charity, for the west of Ireland, for Mayo in particular, for with travelling with his music and stuff, and for him to be recognised is really a proud moment for the family.
Looking back now over the last year, it's been a very difficult one for you and indeed all the family, but you've managed to keep playing.
Yeah, we do a few bookings here and there, we do. We have the same ones every week, regular places like.
Tom would have played.
Yes, the hotel in Westport, Porthouse and McCarthy's and Doherty's and McLaughlin's. Usual spots.
The show goes on.
Yeah, McLaughlin's at the Sound.
And you've all the rest of the family here tonight as well.
We have my sister Elizabeth's here, my brother Thomas. We came in from London today. Nephew Keane, of course, and my mother, my father's wife, Geraldine, is here. And so it's really, really, really amazing to be here.
So obviously, it must be very emotional for them as well.
It is emotional, Everyone loses people in their lives, but when you lose someone so amazing, someone you're so proud of, it makes it so much harder. But the fact that he's still making waves now is just incredible, But that's atypical of him to win an award a year after he's dead. It's typical of him.
Look, have a great night, and I know it's going to be very personal and emotional for you all, but a well-deserved award, the Hall of Fame award.
Thanks very much, Henry, and to everyone who has voted. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to the award winners, and well deserved. Now don't forget that there will be a repeat of this programme on Saturday night next at 8 o'clock. Part 2 of the Mayo People of the Year Awards will be coming up next week at the same time, so lots to look forward to. So until then, slán go fóill.